Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chahakodash. I want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Root Well, as well as peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. That was a high spirit wind lawyer. And today I want to go into a topic continuing on from the day before about the two books I had to read, man, and more specifically Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, because I've been meditating on the estate of Jake Moore and, you know, Jake and Keisha, all right, which Keisha's a Jake too, you know, but our people have really been engineered, all right, or re-engineered, however you would word it, all right, into being monsters, all right. Black culture is just Frankenstein culture, all right. Even how Jake eats, Jake really eats monstrous, you know. Jake really ate, because what is processed food? It's really Franken food. They even have a documentary called Franken Food, because the food is not alive, it is not nourishing, but you eat it. But at the Elder Pastor Rakah, what I always say, like, part of eating those GMO foods is what put Jake in that Frankenstein state. Eve big and bloated and loud and masculine and irate, you know, because she's stuffed with those chemicals, all right. And Jake has really played into Esau's storyline of you. Jake has really played the hell out of the role of being the creature that Frankenstein has created, being that monster that Frankenstein has created, man. Like I said, if you look up Mary Shelley's book, Frankenstein, I think it was written in 1880. It'll tell you that it was about so-called black people at that time. It was code. It was written in code. All right? For Jake at that time, man. He was the creature that the scientist Frankenstein had created, man. And to this day, it's still, and Esau knows what he's doing. Esau knows what he's doing, because he wants to get that stigma of being that freak of nature off of him. You know, you have to remember, it was the small hats that gave the southern plantation owners land, all right, to start slavery, gave them the tools to enslave Jake, man. All right, the slave ships were owned by the small hats. Okay, you see, it was the elites, the Rothschilds, all right, the Oppenheimers. They know exactly who they are, and they know exactly who we are. All right, The Making of a Slave by Willie Lynch. It's all just a Frankenstein tactic, man. And it says that Jake has a grievous wound. All right, and Jake still hasn't healed from that wound. Now the elect, we've been healing because we're in this truth. But even in the 21st century, all right, year 2025, all right, the culture, embracing American culture, it makes you like a little animal, man, a little debaucherous Roman, all right, because everybody is stuck in their lower nature. And one thing about Esau, when it comes to the Israelite man, he deals with you like you're his little trained animal. It's, you know, like the NFL combine to see who could run fast and who could jump high. But they showed you that in the book, 12 Years a Slave. They showed you that in the movie, 12 Years a Slave. When they had the boy doing high knees, that was like the combine, you see. But we're still like little monsters, or they would even call Jake predator or criminal. They're just the creature. They're just another synonymous word with the creature, the monster that Frankenstein has created. You see? Esau wants a contrast in his kingdom. He wants you to view him like he's the light, the way, the correct way, the upright one. He wants you to look at his brother Jacob like the monster, the criminal, the predator, the thief. All right. Esau controlled these stigmas, man. All right. Once again, that's why he set up Diddy, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby. All right. He wants Jake to be the face of pedophilia, not him. He wants Jake to be the face of grape, not him. All right. You see, in a real Jake, in real life, and he wants you to look at Jake like their deadbeats, man. All right. But in real life, Jake adorned their little ones, man. In real life, Jake adorned their little ones. They adorn their kids. And when Jake love a woman, he really love a woman, man. All right. We had this interview with Mike Tyson. I believe it was in Robin Givens. That's who he was in the marriage with back in the early 90s. She pulled that Frankenstein tactic on him. She acted like she was all in love, but she got in that interview and she talked to him in third person, or talked about him in third person as though he wasn't there. She talked about his temper, how he could be violent, and it fucked him up. And I know how it is being a Jake, and you don't see that shit coming. Because if you defend yourself, now you kind of play into that role of being aggressive. So it's like a catch-22 for him. But I believe they use her, I think Apostle spoke about this, they use her to kind of perpetuate that monster stigma. You see? And the fact that, she talked to him in third person, it's as though he was the monster in some fucking laboratory, and they were doing lab studies on him. I hate when they do that shit. And it's part of that stigma, being a byword, a proverb, right? Being perceived as this predator, this monster that you have to be mindful of. You have to look out. Now, does Jake fulfill that shit? Hell yeah, Jake fulfill that shit. I'm not saying it's not true, but it's the result of being in this captivity. It's the result of the curses. And not all Jakes are like that. Most Jakes are not like that. But it's just that stigma. But, that's neither here nor there. This is something that I wanted to further go into. Jake is perceived as that monster. And Esau, those little microaggressive things he does, and Eve, they want to be a handler. Eve is like a handler to Jake. Eve wants to be the handler. She wants you to be basic, because if you're basic, she can feel like she can control you. Like Esau gave Jake to be Eve's monster. Like how Eve can manipulate a man to make him go hurt somebody. All right. Yeah, she doesn't see you as a leader or a man. She just sees you as a lower nature. She uses you for your lower nature. See? But she too is a monster. That's why she can abort the babies. She fighting while she's pregnant. But that's pretty much the point. I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone rule well, as well as peace and blessings unto the brothers, to the house of David the elect, Abba, Kum Yashala, Shalom. Shalom, Shalom.